I have to get my Square Enix password. Dude, it's so inconvenient to do this every time. It says remember Square Enix ID, but it doesn't remember your Square Enix password. Why do they do that? What is good with Square Enix? But yeah, Bort's quest in Final Fantasy XIV continues. Have him in the corner to, block the in-game chat. I could get 14 launcher, maybe. Sorry, I like to spin. You have that and it saves passwords? I see. Maybe I should then. Aw, oh, fuck. Oh, we're never gonna play this game tonight, sorry. Sorry, everyone. But I had a good time streaming this yesterday. So it's gonna be fun to hop back in for some more. This'll also be, like, a million times more chill than Mario Party. I, like, almost considered doing another Mario Party game, but I was really loud during that game, and I know my folks are gonna try and sleep soon, so I need to transition into something more chill. Will Square Enix kill me if I stream with mods on? In what sense? As I shook the camera, some deep and resonant wind chimes outside your window started clanging. You thought my character was full of loose plumbing. But yeah. And shout out to Atticus for making this awesome board to cover chat. Because, you know, with these kinds of online games, you never know, what people are gonna say. What am I doing? Square Enix is adamantly against player-made mods that help with quality of life shit. Well, that's okay. I play games that are inconvenient on purpose. Like, Final Fantasy VII is a way harder game to get through than Final Fantasy VII Remake. And you guys all know which one I prefer. But I continue my quest with my little Lala board. Hell yeah. Arts and crafts is like a cool hobby to have, to be fair. Well, Square Enix should just not care in general, to be honest. You know, they should just like look the other way. Why is the map so fucking... Why was it so zoomed in? That's what was confusing me. I was literally getting the closest view possible. Or make their game better. Square Enix, like... Listen, this game is technically a remake, slash remaster, slash whatever you want to call it. And Square Enix has a terrible track record with that kind of thing. Square Enix, like, remakes and remasters always require a shit ton of patches. Like, dude, do you guys, like... I don't know if a lot of you guys were logged into this kind of, like, gamer, like, JRPG news. Do you guys remember how shitty, like, the Chrono Trigger Steam port was? When it first, like, dropped? It was, like, literally, like, some shitty, like, mobile port that they put on Steam. That was fucked up. They fixed it, and now the Steam version is arguably the best version of that game, but it didn't start that way. Alright, what's up with you? Yes, I am Rainer. Ah, you must be the adventurer whose name seems to be on everyone's lips. You are to be commended for your part in thwarting the plot to destroy the victory. Now, what can I do for you this day? You hear an emergent message from Baderon. Why do I get the feeling my hopes for a quiet morning about to be cruelly dashed? Tell me, what is afoot? Take this paper. It'll tell you everything. An assault on Swift Perch? But we've seen nothing to suggest the Serpent Reavers are massing for an attack. But it says so on the paper. Even so, it would be foolish to discount the possibility. It says on the paper. I will marshal the Yellow Jackets for battle immediately. The only question is where to send them. While I concur with Baderon's assessment that the attack on the dry docks was intended as a diversion, Swift Perch is but one of several possible targets for the main thrust.
Commodore, sir!
Report.
It's the Sahagins, sir. They've mounted a large-scale assault on South Tidegate and threatened to overwhelm our defenses within the day. The garrison requests immediate reinforcements.
Well, the chat cover needs to be a smidge smaller. It's covering dialogue boxes. Uh-oh. Alright, there we go. Muster the troops and give the order to march. Aye, the Serpent Reavers are in league with Sahagin, which means there is every chance this assault on Tidegate may yet prove to be another feint. The fact remains, however, that we can ill afford to ignore it, and that leaves Swift Perch vulnerable to those pirate traders. It is at times such as these that I wish warriors of light yet walked among us. Yo! But wishes will avail us not. Court, you must serve in their absence. Make for Swift Perch with all haste and lend your strength to the squads I could spare for the settlement's defense. I may get to first dungeon tonight? Ooh. Honestly, we could just, like, play at least that long. If it, like, will take a little bit to get there. I should do my job quest. Alright, we'll teleport there. Cringe commercial. Subscribe to Motherfucker Morgan and you can get worse commercials. Every time there's a commercial break, I'll start doing fake advertisements. Hey guys, now that all my Twitch subscribers are here, and everybody else is watching a shitty ad, have you guys heard of this really awesome service? It's called HelloFresh. And what you do is that you tell it you want food, and it sends you food in the mail. And, like, honestly, like, a guy will come and kill you if you don't say HelloFresh back to the delivery man. So make sure you do that, otherwise I'm not legally liable for what's about to happen to you. Was that a cringe enough commercial for you guys? No, you know what's the funniest YouTube ad? Oh, fuck, I forgot to change the category. You right. And hi, Gina. Welcome. Hello. Dude, I've been forgetting to do so much tonight. I literally forgot to change my stream information before I started. No. It does still block chat, and that's all it really needs to do in the corner. And looks so cute. Might join later, you're waiting for dinner? Mm-hmm. What you having for din? Doing your hunting login, but you will come say hi when you're alone, when you're done? Mm-hmm. Game's partially covering my Twitch chat. There we go. Now it's fine. But yeah, how you guys doing? Now that we're in a chill spot and I'm like actually I can talk to chat. How you guys doing? Oh, their sandwich. That sounds good. How do I get on that? Oh, I have to join your party. If I want to hop on. Deep into hamster care research? Mm-hmm. I can't? That's so sad. That's so sad. That's fine, we can go on foot. It builds character to walk on foot. I could run into, like, a random fate or something. Get a chocobo. Fit into MSQ. What is MSQ? I want that. Oh, main scenario quest. Got it. Ow. Oh wow, these things are literally level 5. That's just the main story. Got it. Got it. I'm about 14 in main story or main scenario quest level. Mm-hmm. Hello? Even Bort's like, who the fuck? I am not a threat. Pray ignore my presence for the present. And allow me a moment to cogitate. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect so proficient a performance against enemies set against you. Yet effective though your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched you battle, the wheels of my mind whirled into motion, as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. I pressed the 1 button a lot, so that's probably fair. I could have pressed the 4 button. Let's see, taking into account your current level of ability, factoring the Aetheric constant, multiplying by the number of opponents, then applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear, my calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 9,785. Yeah? Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Perhaps a little more sodium chloride. Though the opportune window to do so has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I am Kalihia, a Mealvin's Gate assessor. Acting guildmaster I'm trying. Elected me to oversee your training and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanium. Arcanima. From what I have observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail. Regarding your choice of arcane geometries, what factor most influences your actions during a battle? I just do what's right. I just do what feels right. Aha, just as I predicted, and now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%, give or take 0.5%. Yes, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only know of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this Grimior, the guild master himself. While inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, on an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with his most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. Kinda true. Kinda true. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty arcanists is beyond our present abilities, discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of Arcanima. Here ends your lesson for today. Pray return directly to the guild. I believe Mistress is waiting for some unexpected cargo. And what of myself? I'm off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there's no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon. Damn, she dashed. Bye. Okay, bye. Blaster? Dinner blaster? Let's go. Blaster. Okay, so I gotta go back to the guild.
Port, look out!
Oh my god, he can't hear us. He has AirPods in. Also, would people be, like, upset if I, like, muted the, like, music of this game and played other music over it? Because I was, like, thinking about this. And it's like, we've kind of been hearing the same few songs over and over again. I mean, I guess there will be different dungeon music, but... There's so many people. For beginning areas, sure. Mm-hmm. Alright, there's gotta be a setting for that. Goodbye. Limsa with names fully on is so scary. Dude, there's so many people here, I'm not even getting 60 FPS. That's fucked up. New content you'll probably want it on for, but for just running around it's fine. Mm-hmm. Alright. Good first song, also. But yeah, I think this is fine. Sorry, I made this music playlist and now I'm taking any chance to use it. So it'll encourage me to use it more in the future and add more OSTs. Again, most of what I've added so far is, like, Sonic, Pokemon... I added some Donkey Kong Country. Funny enough, like, one of the few, like, weird ones is the SpongeBob SquarePants movie OST. Saw someone's character portrait that was so obviously positioned so you could look down the character's cleavage. I mean, that's not surprising to me. Oh, board, have you returned with the cargo? Yeah. I didn't realize this wasn't story, also. Mind no finer for tactics. Oh, do I want the hat or the robe? They look like they're worse for me. But... the only one that... Yeah, none of these are good. Do I have optimal gear? Okay, sorry. Game's scaring me. Dude, can you guys join my guild in Final Fantasy XIV? I'm gonna start a guild in Final Fantasy XIV called the Motherfuckers and get perma-banned. That'll be good. Anybody can be a motherfucker, but there's only one motherfucker, Morgan. The tag can be MFer. Awesome. We can go there. There is some wild thing that was being talked about in chat. Like, someone was talking about, like, join my FC, and the people were like, isn't that kind of like a cult? Is that what FCs are in Final Fantasy XIV? They're just, like, micro cults? Oh, I needed to be here anyways. Some are kinda shitty. What does FC even stand for? Port. Free company. Got it. Got it. I understand. I understand so fucking much. Easy clap. Guys, you need to not get scared, okay? That's okay, it's not the scary version. Okay, that's one. Where the fuck are the jackals? You don't have to worry about me, I'm strong. I'm good at this game. And it's kind of fucked up thinking about, like, actually, like, they made, like, the song, like, less sad in Gold and Silver and the remakes, but, like, isn't it fucked up that, like, they took down the Lavender Town, like, grave tower and replaced it with a radio tower? Is that, like, not fucked up to do? Like, imagine if your local cemetery got, like, taken over by, like, a podcast. Like a fucking podcast company. That would be fucked up. You see an FC that's like, we're chill and family oriented, you join them, they're all bigots, uh-oh. What does it even mean to be family oriented? You're playing Final Fantasy XIV, there's boobs in this game. Oh, I died. I wasn't even paying attention to my health. I didn't realize I lost that much. Oops. Could have rezzed me, it's okay. We'll just go back. You see the people talking about the cult company? Let's go. Ride the chocobo. Oh my god, it flies! I didn't know it would actually fly. You know, for some reason in my mind, I didn't know that chocobos could fly. freak company is literally called the Cult of... Huh. Wait, what fate? What's happening? You are 6 or more levels above the fate. Oh, okay, I won't do it then. They can have fun. Alright, fine, I'll be a hero. Everybody else is doing it, so I'll be a hero too. Make this shit look easy. What are, like, the benefits of being in a free company? Like, what does that get you? Is it literally just, like, I don't know, I don't play MMOs. So I don't know what, like, the benefit of a guild is. Can't join on free trial? Well, I mean, I still want to know. For if I ever play the expansions past the free trial. They get houses and buffs. Well, what buffs do they get? Damn, this shit keeps going. Yours does reduce teleport fees and EXP boost. Oh, I see, I see. Get away with it, turning it on when I'm going through main story quests and off when I'm just running around in the overworld. This really kind of is like a wild Pokemon battle. Pokemon fan playing first video game that's not Pokemon. Why did I want the music off? I don't know. I just wanted to not listen to the generic overworld theme. I was also getting sick of the regular battle theme as well. Because I heard that a million times. Yeah, I guess a little repetitive, especially in an MMO. That, like an MMO takes, like, so long to play through that you're gonna hear the same songs over and over, inevitably. You turn it on for a little bit for new expansion, then leave. You don't want to hear the battle theme over and over again? Every time you encounter an enemy? It's like the Final Fantasy equivalent of the Sonic Unleashed Werehog theme. I don't have as much to talk about today, because I talked about a lot of the stuff I was doing already, and I didn't do much today. What did I do today? Oh fuck, did I do nothing all day? And I was working on archive stuff. I was working on this music playlist. I played more Fire Emblem. I'm still not done with Fire Emblem, guys. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with it a little longer. But not too much longer. Music is good for cutscenes because tone setting and whatnot, and good to have on for duties because they have good music. Mm-hmm. I mean, for main story stuff, when I'm doing that, yeah, I'll turn it on. But I think it's fine to have it off for me doing these job quests. You also turn off minion names. Why? What did Bob ever do to you? Or whatever the fuck the minion's name is in Despicable Me. I guess it would kind of be nice if the minions gave a fuck about their fans, though. I can't deny that. Oh? I'm ready. Execute combat pattern 1, 3, 4, 5. Me and my carbuncle will concentrate attacks on a single foe, and one way one enemy will wither. Probability of victory 95%? I fuck up 5% of the time? This sucks. Oh, bye. Did die earlier? Well, yeah, but like, keep it low-key, though. You don't have to out me in front of her. Anyways. How far would you say I'm in a Realm Reborn, by the way? I'm curious. Because we did do, like, that entire, like, pirate thing last time with the ship. I'm assuming I'm still, like, really early. Less than 10%? Damn. Like, again, what an insane, this is the ultimate demo, truly. Main scenario. Quest and at quests that are level 50. Okay. On my level 17. It is true, I'm having a good time. I have been hit by, like, a brain parasite since, like, being on Sock's stream, because I saw the acronym ARR, and I was thinking of the damn Daniel. That was the first thing that came to mind. There's a fate here. Was it a good one? Maybe. Oh, I guess I'm in here with maple syrup. Who is maple syrup? I will protect you. Maybe maple syrup can handle himself. Who is maple syrup? We did it, I think. And I'm leaving. I don't know who maple syrup is. I got put in maple syrup's fate. First part in the starting city is nearly over. This is just going by quest some, or probably a lot longer. Sorry, a little yawn. A little yawn. I slept weird. I slept very weird today. Guess I'm still recovering a little from waking up early to go to Jersey. And also, Mario Party was very high energy. Although, you know, none of us were shitting on each other, really, in Mario Party. It's because of my contrarian nature, is what it boils down to, because people are always like, oh my god, Mario Party, like, ruins friendships, and it's like, our warriors' bonds have never been closer after that game of Mario Party, to be honest. We're just built different. We're just built different. Okay, this is repeating music. Enemies were the swamp cars? True. Sprites. But yeah, let's take the news today. I don't have too much I could say about my own life, so what's the news today? Oh, I do have to issue an apology to Mr. Ryan Dramad. When I made fun of him for having an affair with a YouTuber, he didn't actually have an affair. He was separated from his wife at that point. And the YouTuber was also not taken, so it was not an affair at all. It was just like a YouTuber had sex with a voice actor, which is like, yeah, that happens. So I'm sorry to Ryan Dramad. I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. I actually didn't know this also. Like, I think when I did that stream and I talked about it, like, that was already, like, something that was known. But I didn't know, because I don't use the internet very much. I did play Pokemon Showdown today. That was my internet use for the day. I like... Oh my god, and I kind of want to play Pokemon Showdown at some point. Like, that might be... Like, if I do another morning stream, like, I don't think it's going to be this or, like, TF2. I think next morning stream is Pokemon Showdown. Because I want to show off. I made, like, a fucked up, like, hyper offense OU team. Azumarill with, like, Terra Water Aqua Jet is, like, way stronger than it has any right to be. Like, genuinely. It's fucked up. Game Freak was something nasty. And it's, like, fucked up to a point where, like, I've destroyed entire teams with it. And, like, I've never had to use any of Azumarill's other moves. Like, I just do Belly Drum, Terra Water, Aqua Jet. And I get, like, at least a free kill or two, if not just, like, taking down the entire team. It's fucked up, and it's evil. I still have the Cloyster. I made sure that this hyper offense team has the Cloyster. It's just, like, a team of just exclusively setup sweepers, and then, like, Earthworm and Iron Valiant. And Iron Valiant is mostly there because I need a fucking, like, some kind of check to Dondozo. I fucking hate dealing with Dondozo. That thing is so fucking bulky. And it has Unaware too, so any setup moves, like, don't work on it. Like, Stall is definitely weaker this generation, but for the Pokemon that can attempt Stall, they're, like, really, really good. Like, they're ruthlessly good. Like, if I face a party, if I face a team that has, like, all three Unaware Mons, like, I'm basically fucked. Because, again, I have, like, a hyper offense team of, like, mostly setup sweepers. What else did I add? There was another Pokemon that I added that wasn't on that older team. Fuck, what was it? Because I used to that team used to have Rotom Wash and Chien-Pao, and I replaced them. Because Chien-Pao got banned, and Rotom Wash isn't really a setup guy. Although maybe Rotom would be very good for dealing with Dondozo. Who the fuck was the other Pokemon I added? Azumarill is literally so fucked up that that's the one I think of immediately. Wait, why am I going back up? I have Volcarona. But that was already on there. I'm gonna have to look. Actually, because it's like bugging me that I don't remember this. Hold on. It was Dragonite! I forgot about Dragonite. Dragonite's actually, like, a little bad on this team. I have not figured out what, like, the Dragonite tech is. Like, I don't know. It's, like, fine. But, like, the extreme speed, like, killer set is, like, not that good. At least for the purposes of my squad. Like, I feel like it's probably better on a balanced team. And that's why I'm not getting the most of it. But I don't know, I would consider maybe, like, switching out Dragonite for a different offensive Pokemon. You know what the problem with Dragonite is? It has no good stab. And, like, it's really not even my best Terra Pokemon, so it's not like I'm like, oh, but I could get, like, Stab E-Speed and turn it into, like, a fucked up guy like that. Like, that's rarely my best option for Terras. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. It's not, like, terrible. I just feel like, specifically what Dragonite usually ends up being best for is, like, Earthquake on dudes. And it feels like I could probably just afford to get a better Earthquake Pokemon. You know? I do wish Dragonite had actual stab. It's like flying stab is dual wing beat. Why not like Salamence? Salamence is actually like worse. Dragonite is currently the best like older pseudo-legendary. Honestly, it's probably the best pseudo-legendary in the meta right now. Because again, Dragonite's current niche is the Extreme Killer set, which, if you don't know what that is, Extreme Killer is a set that mostly applies to normal Arceus, where it's just like max attack, E-speed, because it's like it's an 80 power stab move that with increased priority, it goes before Sucker Punch, it goes before Mach Punch, or anything like that. It's a good-ass move. It's a good-ass move. And with Terra, rather than being 1.5 with stab, it's ×2. And Dragonite is the only Pokemon in the game currently that has extreme speed. That's why it's basically the only good set. Like, you'll see people run other sets on Dragonite, but usually the most consistent ones are Extreme Killer. Salamence doesn't really have anything like that. Although Salamence might be better now, because one of the problems with Salamence was that in a Chien-Pao metagame, like, very hostile towards it. But it's not really any good, like, ice types right now. Both of the good ice types got banned. Like, Iron Bundle isn't allowed, Chien-Pao isn't allowed. Thought it had extreme speed. No, I think Dragonite's the only pseudo-legend that gets E-speed. Salamence also has the problem of kind of crummy stab. Like, it has Outrage, and that's like it. Power creep this generation was not kind to a lot of old guys. Oh, this is actually a big thing also for why D-Knight is better than Salamence currently. Ironically, even though Salamence is worse for defense, that actually makes him worse in the hyper offense metagame, because one, Salamence is not the fastest dude in the world, and two, Dragonite has multi-scale, which is an ability that makes it so the first hit you take is halved. Also, no problem, Atticus, no problem. I hope you feel better. Oh, I have to leave the party, fuck. How do I do that again? But yeah, Dragonite is decently popular, although, in my experience, I haven't had, like, crazy success with E-Speed Dragonite. Here's the problem. Here's the problem I run into the most when running E-Speed Dragonite. Literally any Pokemon that can burn it, like, kind of ruins what it wants to do. Because burn halves your physical moves. And, like, you have to do, like, 2 Dragon Dances to even start, like, compensating for that, let alone actually get boosts to your attack. And that's been the big killer for me, especially because, like, one of the big Will-O-Whispers is Rotom Wash. Dragonite is not good for dealing with Rotom Wash. It just simply isn't. Volcarona is fine to deal with. Volcarona with Flame Body is fine because you can usually just, you know, you can just Earthquake instead of E-Speed. But it's still not great. It's still not great. You don't, like, you have to be careful. If you see your opponent has a Volcarona, there's a good chance it's Flame Body and you want to avoid that. I don't even know what Volcarona's other ability is, to be honest. You are to seize all transactions and to surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty sneaky peekers. Gobby spit up Lander nosy eyes on stabby iron. Predictably aggressive response. Very well, Bort. Remember what we discussed. I don't know what that means. Also, hi Mars, welcome. Thank God you didn't start with a warrior. It's one of, if not the worst job quest in the game. Uh-oh. Okay, well. They sound like their main goal is to blow up and act like they don't know nobody. Careful over there. I swear to God, when you said that in chat, I thought you were talking about Curious George, and I was like, why are you talking about Curious George? Should start with Dragoon for no particular reason. I said, you guys told me to start with Arcanist. It's an intentional reference. Oh. Well. What should I concentrate on? Covering my weaknesses. If I'm talking about in terms of Pokemon, usually what I like to do is cover my weaknesses. Because, I kind of sometimes fall into the trouble of being a jack-of-all-trades, master of none, but I feel like if I was just going for enhanced strength, I don't know. 97%. I don't know anything about Stormblood, so I'll take your guys' word for it. I think that Bort has to be a magic class anyways. Bort is a man of books, not of, swords. He would pick up a sword and he would fall. Omega. I know Omega from Sonic. I got scared for a second because I heard, like, noise, and then I realized it's the in-game sounds when you're around a bunch of people. Pretty much the same character? Awesome. Both destruction robots? Let's go. Okay, somehow it found a way to start repeating music again. I don't understand. hate YouTube Shuffle. I need to, like, maybe if I want to do, like, stuff like this, I should consider using, like, a Discord bot. But I would never say which one. Because I don't need that shit getting taken down by YouTube. Because fuck that shit. If it ain't broke, we will make it so, literally. YouTube did horrible things to so many music bots. But it would be nice if the fucking shuffle feature worked properly. It shouldn't, like, shuffle after, like, 10 songs. Or it shouldn't, like, loop after 10 songs. I have 250 songs in this playlist. Alright, is literally any of this good? It all lowers my stats. Except this one. Get a nice level up. I guess this is what we're doing tonight. Maybe we won't do the dungeon tonight. Maybe we'll just keep doing job quests. Until I don't have any more. We were trying to watch a Japanese fisherman fillet fish and YouTube pop out, and it was impossible because the subtitles would constantly freeze. Awesome. Thank you, YouTube. Oh, this is my last one? Okay. God, this song is so fucking good also, dude. Cosmic Fall is, like... I just gotta say, it is probably one of my favorite Sonic songs. It's, like, top 5. Bort's getting his education. If Bort was in the modern day, he would get iPad. I feel like the most interesting thing about Bort is that he has an old iPhone with Flappy Bird on it. He has an iPhone with both Flappy Bird and an old version of Angry Birds on it. Like, Bort absolutely just plays like any normie game. And I don't say that as, like, an insult, but, like, any, like, super popular game, like, those are the only games that Bort plays. Well, no, I don't actually think that's true. I actually think that's wrong. I'll take back what I said. I don't think Bort would play, like, normie games. Bort's definitely, like, a JRPG guy. And, like, a visual novel guy. If I need any advice on my battle skills. Thank you. I think I'm okay right now. We shall see, though. We shall see. Oh my god, the... Well, I figured out how to do that. Mostly just spam Ruin and use Aether Charge when it's ready. Do I have Aether Charge? I do. Yeah, I need to be using that more. I forgot about that. I just do Ruin and Fester. I saw on the map that there were a bunch of stuff to do. Oh, it's not here. I was supposed to leave. Okay, I'm done. I can't navigate maps. It's fine. It's okay. Also need Carbuncle to use Aether Charge. I see. Dude, listening to this old Pokemon music is making me want to play an old Pokemon game. You know what the problem is? I've replayed them so many times in my life that it's like, what would I even do in them? Hello, Sakura Scoops. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Like, dude, I'll always love Pokemon Emerald. I think I've actually played Pokemon Emerald so much at this point that I've used, like, literally every Pokemon in the vanilla game. I actually think there's no Pokemon in that game that I haven't used at this point. What's my favorite Pokemon? Murkrow. It used to be Vileplume for a while, and Vileplume is still, like, probably, like, second place, but I love Murkrow. I love the funny little crow. I have a Murkrow and Honchkrow plush at my desk. I have quite a few plushes at my desk, actually. I call it the plush hoard now. The space behind my monitors is the plush hoard. Based on Welsh, you believe, which is a language that looks like key-smashed English speakers. Yeah, there... A lot of Final Fantasy XIV names are names I'm not used to. What Pokemon would I be if I was in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon world? I'm trying to think. I could just say, like, Murkrow, because it's my favorite Pokemon, but I don't think I would be a Murkrow in the Mystery Dungeon world, to be honest. What Pokemon would I be? That's a really hard question, actually. Like, I'm trying to... Because, like, Pokemon are just, like, animals. So, like, thinking about, like, what Pokemon is, like, closest to, like, my personality is, like, well, they're just, like, animals. They behave like animals. I could be a Mischievous. Isn't, like, Mischievous's thing that she fucks with people? I could do that. I could be, like, a little rude and, like, scare people on purpose. I do know how to pronounce Estinian's name. My friends who are really like Estinian, like, I could never forget. It would be a crime if I didn't know by now. You had people tell you they thought you were fawning over Albert Einstein when you first started talking about him? God. This fucked up. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I guess it was kind of a vague at you, but I never heard you specifically pronounce his name, to be fair. Because you don't go on mic, so to be fair, it was, but it also wasn't. All right, officers, I'm innocent, please. And we respect you for it. Oh, something happened with YouTube. YouTube? Alright, I'll do it manually. What's the lore behind Fluttermane? It's the past Paradox form of Mischievous. This would be Scarlet and Violet spoilers, if I talked about, like, what the deal with the Paradox Pokemon are. And, like, I want to stream that game, so I'm keeping it close to my chest, at least, like, in a few months I'll probably be like, oh, who cares about Scarlet and Violet spoilers? The game sold, like, 30 million copies and everybody already played it. But for now, I know a few people who are, like, still playing through, or plan to play through Scarlet and Violet. You? Get the hell out of here. But yeah, the Paradox Pokemon have, like, really cool lore behind them. That I would love to talk about if I actually streamed Scarlet and Violet. We'll see how the, optimization patches go. We will see. Genuinely, like, if Scarlet and Violet gets, like, patches that make it better optimized and it doesn't, like, crash and shit, like, Scarlet and Violet is easily the best 3D Pokemon game then. Like, and it's not even, like, that close, really. Like, I don't even know what else it would be. It's not X and Y, it's not Sun and Moon, it's not Sword and Shield. It'd have to be, like, a weird, like, side game. If you don't know, the little circle over monsters means it's on list of monsters to kill a certain number of. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what some of the markers mean. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the advice. I'm still learning. But I'm getting there. But yeah, I love Scarlet and Violet because it is, like, the best, like, way they could, like, it's, given the kind of strain that development must have been, it is extremely good despite all the technical hiccups. And it almost makes me sad to say that, because it really, like, it must have been, like, such a stressful game to make. As any Pokemon game is, for sure. But it's fun. It's fun. It's the most fun I've had with a 3D Pokemon. And it's the most I've had to say about, like, any of the stories. Like, I could not stress it. Scarlet and Violet's writing is, like, on point. Like, I don't know, I don't know how they did it. You know what it is? Partially. Even the Pokemon games with the best writing, a lot of the time, they suffer from having way too much dialogue, like, spread across the entire game. But since Scarlet and Violet really only does story stuff when you go to the story objectives, it's like more spread out, and it's like you kind of control when you want to do the story. Like, you don't get stopped constantly by the game telling you, like, hey, you made it to a new place, it's me, your best friend. Also, yeah, there is a patch coming out, and it does have a slight optimization. I don't think it's the, like, it's not the end of the changes they want to make, from what I can tell. And, like, I kind of wasn't expecting them to be able to fix all the optimization problems in 3 months, but it seems like one of the changes they're making is just generally, like, less Pokemon crowded together, and, stuff like less NPCs show up in, like, battles and such. Like, they're not gonna have any more of those NPCs that just walk in the middle of the battle. Which might actually make the game worse, because that was funny as fuck. But yeah. I doubt it's gonna be, like, a significant enough optimization patch that I'll be like, okay, yeah, this is easy, but if it ends up being, like, I play it in, like, console mode, and I'm like, even if it's just, like, as, like, good as handheld mode, which is still not great, I would be like, yeah, okay. Maybe I would consider streaming it soon. We'll see. I still have to get through Pokemon Black post-game. Maybe I'm also delaying it because Scarlet and Violet's early game fucking sucks shit. That early game is such a slog. It's really not that good. But once you get, like, into the open world, the game becomes, like, dope as fuck. But yeah, I hate the beginning of the game. It's too slow. Like, it's fine as, like, character building and world building. It's so slow. Like, legit, and, like, people can attest to this if you're in the Discord server. When I was first playing through Scarlet and Violet, I played through, like, the first 5 hours, and, like, I just got past the tutorial, and I was like, this sucks. I kind of hate this game. Maybe I don't want to play more of this. But then I played more of it, and I was like, wait, this game's awesome. Wait, what the hell? Yeah, that's what I meant by, like, less Pokemon and NPCs around. Although, if that's why it was causing crashes, that's interesting to know. Because I didn't actually realize that... I guess it does make sense that too much shit on screen would cause the game to crash. But, you know... Again, I'll have to see. I do, like... I do like Scarlet and Violet a lot, so I would like to stream it at some point, but I know dock mode is, like, a much worse experience than handheld mode right now. To, like, an egregious degree. Dude, you got the flying motorcycle? Let's go. Also, yeah, shout out to Atticus for making the chat cover. It's so nice. I made it my icon a few places. Atticus's art is also the icon on this Twitch, based on Rin Kagamine from one of the Wonderful Opportunity music videos. Left Brain, Right Brain. You'd assume it'd be the other way around. So this is interesting to talk about. Or maybe it's not because it's, like, technical stuff, and maybe I'm being too much of a geek. Sorry, I love the Nintendo Switch. It's a terrible console. There are some games that are better optimized in handheld mode, specifically because, inevitably in handheld mode, it's gonna run games at a lower resolution. And for some games, like, specifically, like, lower resolutions do just, like, straight up make it run better. A lot of first-party Nintendo stuff has, like, a dynamic resolution where it'll, like, shift what the resolution is just to make sure the game stays at a consistent frame rate. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet don't have this, obviously, but, because of the way the resolution works, I think, like, probably the way they tried to scale the resolution in docked mode is what's making it slower in that mode, because it does take more processing power to do things at a higher resolution. That's part of the reason why when I do these streams, I always just do it in a 720p window. Because if I did 1080p, one, I don't have the monitors for that, and two, it would be more of a strain. There you go, that's your weird geek tech thing. This is also true of Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is a game that runs slightly better in handheld mode. And that's a game that runs fine enough for the most part that you wouldn't even notice, but I wanted to bring it up. So yeah, that's it. That's your tech talk. And yeah, that does, I say that talking about the Switch specifically, but that applies to any console. Like, higher resolutions require more processing power, which is why you have video games coming out in 4K and then they have to be in 30 FPS. Even though, like, at this point, like, do enough people really have 4K televisions that we need to have, like, 4K be, like, a standard? Like, I don't know. I don't have anything like 4K. I don't think my parents have bought any, like, 4K TVs or anything. Like, 1080p is fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just old. I like old technology. It still fucks me up that 720p isn't considered HD anymore. I still live in an era where 720p is HD. You back to only 72 minutes available on those video streaming websites. And you know what it mainly is for me also? My main thing is, like, obviously I can play games that aren't super well optimized. I feel like that's what we should be striving for, is, like, we shouldn't worry about upping the resolution past a point where, like, people have reasonably on their TVs, because I guarantee a lot of people do not have 4K TVs. I feel like we should just work on having 1080p 60 FPS be the standard before we worry about 4K 30 FPS. IMO. Because, like, again, I can play games that are not in 60 FPS. If I didn't, I wouldn't have a Nintendo Switch. Because, like, most of the shit on there is, like, 30 FPS. But I think that 60 FPS is generally better. I do think that 60 FPS is almost always better. There is basically no video game that doesn't benefit from being in 60 FPS, IMO. So I think, like, making the standard go up to, like, 4K 30 FPS for these high-fidelity games is, like, why do we need that? I mean, some of them do have, like, the 4K mode where it's 30 FPS, and then they have a lower quality mode that's 1080p 60 FPS, and it's like, I know which one I would take. Even if I had a 4K TV, I know which one I would take. Those are my thoughts. We don't even really have to go beyond 60 FPS because our eyes will literally not be able to keep up. Yeah. I mean, like, I think like an uncapped frame rate is okay. But also that shit will heat up your machine. But, like, the only thing it really does is, like, I don't know. I can think about why, like, beyond that would work. But, like, for consoles specifically, it's, like, fine to just have the standard be 60 FPS. And that's what we should be striving for. Because, like, anything beyond that is, like, a bonus. The only thing that it benefits to have more FPS beyond 60 is that it gives you more frames of input. So, like, if you had 90 frames per second, technically speaking, you could get 90 inputs in. That's why a lot of rhythm gamers, they like to play those games in, like, you know, uncapped frame rates. Because they have more wiggle room if there's more frames. Sorry, I'm being like a real tech geek tonight. This is maybe this. I did say to Jen, when Jen started playing Final Fantasy XIV, like, a MMO is probably the geekiest genre, and look what it's doing to me by playing a MMO on stream. I'm talking about, like, technical stuff that, like, I don't even understand that well. But I understand enough. As if I wasn't a geek beforehand. I mean, I was, but I was a geek in that I could tell you that the Mario Brothers are related. I wasn't a geek in the way where I'm talking about how fucking resolutions work. No way. Well, think about it. They're called the Mario Brothers, and they both have mustaches. Mario is Italian. That's, like, maybe one of my favorite radio TV solutions moment. Like, that entire, like, fake AGDQ run that Wayne does of Mario 64, it's not the most high-concept stream they've done. It's probably my favorite stream they've ever done. I think it is so funny. No way. But yeah, it is true. MMOs are the geekiest genre, so I'm at home. Really. I don't know why I didn't play one sooner. Oh yeah, this all goes back to me saying I hope that the optimization patches for Scarlet and Violet put that game in a good state, because I know deep in its core that game is fucking awesome. Eating pizza right now? Ooh. I could go for a pizza. Maybe I'll heat one up tomorrow. You know what it is? I'm taking anxiety meds, so I have no, like, qualms about being more of a geek on stream. Because it's like, you're getting what you paid for. You knew I was a nerd before. Now you'll know even more. I don't feel the need to be a fucking goofster all the time. I mean, I still am mostly a goofster, but not all the time. Pizza Tower reference. Fuck age, live dreams and have fun. True shit. True shit. True shit. Yeah, I think I'm just doing quests tonight. We're actually not gonna get to the dungeon because I keep running into quests, and I'm like, yeah, I could do that. I do want to switch to TF2 at some point, especially since I will have some co-hosts for that. It's fun just chilling and chatting. It really is. I like doing shit like this. Used to get so caught up in side quests when you started the game. I usually don't. Like, you guys know me. I usually play through games as fast as possible, but for something like this, like Final Fantasy XIV, I'm just like, dude, the, like, core of the game is, like, doing side quests and shit. It's fine. That's the point. You know what I mean? You're addicted to filling out your completion log even though you had no good reason to? Why does it want me to join this fate? I don't want in. Leave me alone. We'll have to. Wait. Wait, which enemies? Oh, that's the Fate. I don't want to do the Fate. Leave me alone. I was like, wait, I was getting pop-ups for, like, things getting defeated, and it's like, I'm not involved. It's not my business. I was born and raised in New York. We mind our business. Actually, I don't know what hospital I was born in. I might have actually been born in New Jersey, which would be, like, a little fucked up. But I'm pretty sure I was born in New York. But if you ever hear me start doing the Stir and Germa bit, going like, it was born in New fucking Jersey, you'll know what happened. You'll know what I figured out. You were born in Staten Island? That is fucked up. I remember you saying that. I'm pretty sure I was born in New York. But I don't know, I know a lot of people who ask a lot of questions about their birth. I don't think I've ever, like, done that. I don't think I've ever gone up to my parents and asked me anything about, like, the circumstances of my birth. I didn't even know I was a C-section warrior until, like, last year. Because I just didn't care. I was like, what does it matter how I was born? I'm here now. That's what's important. It's like Mewtwo said, the circumstances of one's birth is not important. It's what they do with the life they live. Okay, and Mewtwo never let me down before. Also, hi Adrian, Final Fantasy goes good. Thank you for asking. Welcome, welcome. My character is on the same server that you are. When you have move IRL and have more free time, if I'm still playing, you would travel and jump around board in circles? Hell yeah. I mean, again, anybody who's watching is free to, like, join. I have chat blocked anyways, so if some, like, rando wanted to find me, like, what could they do? Oh, I'm gonna say rude things at you, Morgan. Oh, yeah, so nobody could see it except me, except I don't even see it because I rarely pay attention to this part of the screen. The screen's busy enough as is. Peloton? Northern Lion? I'll say, yeah, I'll probably be playing this game for a while, again. I'm gonna get the most out of the free trial, I'm gonna take it slowly. Especially because, again, in my free time, I have a bunch of other stuff I'm playing. Again, guys, I'm so sorry, I'm still playing Fire Emblem Engage. I'm close to the end, though. I have, like, 4 hours, or 4 chapters left. No restrictions on playtime. I accidentally unstretched the screen. There we go. I got poked. Yeah, I know there's no restriction on playtime, although, like, I'll be honest, once I beat the story of Heavensward, I'd probably just be like, I want to see more of the story at that point. I would think, because that's the kind of person I am. That would be getting the most out of the free trial for me, is seeing all the story stuff. I don't need to, like, do all the side quests. I don't need to, like, level every class as high as I can get. I think at that point, I would be like, okay, I played this expansion, and, like, considering it's an expansion that people say is really good, I'll probably want more. And I'd be fine paying at that point. Although it would have to be at a point where, like, I'm not, like, going through, like, a really big game. So again, I'm playing so much Fire Emblem, and then I'm gonna play so much Octopath. Dude, I'm excited for Octopath 2 to come out. Although it might not come for me day one. I got like an email from GameStop because I had to fucking order from them if I want to get it like closer to release. Thanks, Amazon. And they gave me an email that was like, oh, your copy of Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe shipped. And I was like, oh, cool. It'll probably get there day one if it's already shipped out. But for Octopath 2, it says, oh, it'll be shipped soon. It'll be shipped eventually. And I was like, I ordered them at the same time and they come out the same day. You lost your old character? That's so sad. That is a little sad to me. Wonder if it's something with Square Enix? Maybe. It might be, because I think Octopath 2 is just being published by them. The first Octopath, when it came out on Switch, was published by Nintendo. I think Octopath 2, because it's multi-platform, is just being published by Square Enix. People do recommend you get as much as you want out of the free trial since you can't go back to it. That being said, you know people are fine just doing main story and then stop subscribing until there's more. Yeah, that's probably how I'm gonna end up being. And you know what the thing is with it? Is like, I'm obviously enjoying this and I think this is cool as fuck. It would be one of those things where if I'm paying a subscription, I would be worried about, like, getting the most out of it and being like, it's just, like, doing grinding for a couple hours a day on random shit, like, really the way I want to go about it. You know what I mean? I think once you buy the full game, you get 1 month free of full game before you have to start paying for the sub. Okay, so when I do that, I have to go through that next expansion as fast as possible. I have to go above this cave. Game comes with a free month? I see, I see. How do I get up here? I have to go around somehow. Get on top. Well, I could kill these things in the meantime anyways. It's free. We're going a bit slowly and doing the side stories, but it took us several months to get through the expansions. When they released Ara, you were so excited and came back. You can... Hold on. You could tell your journey with gender based on your alts throughout the years. How do I get up? Maybe there's a way to do it in the cave. Transitioning in an MMO before coming out to friends. That's how it be sometimes. That really is how it be sometimes.
Oh, I thought you could jump like this. No.
Can't get up there? Wait, where's my story? Where's my quest then? If I can't go up there. It's in the cave? I guess it has to be, right? Maybe I have to kill some of these pets. What is the aura guy, like, reputation? Because I don't know any shit like that. Oh, I think I have to do this. I understand now. It all makes sense. The game has changed. How do you put this? Uh-oh. Straight guys. These beasts can only be heterosexual men. Honestly, I just think it's performative masculinity, like when they had the fake seaweed mustaches in the SpongeBob movie. There you go, guys. I found a way to mention the SpongeBob SquarePants movie this stream. Let's fucking go. Oh my god, I was worried we were gonna lose our streak. We're doing good. Oh. There were no beasts there. You made your male aura as gay old man as physically possible. Mm-hmm. It's funny because you were walking around with Silver on Valentine's Day and she was playing a minimum height female aura and you were like, they don't know we're lesbians. That's awesome. "60 years old and so kind and fluffy." Hell yeah. That's what it's all about. What are the Lala stereotypes? What are people going to immediately assume by me playing Bort? Silly? Oh, that's good. I do have a jovial whimsy to me. Sometimes rude. That depends on the kind of day I'm having. That's really everyone? Mm-hmm. Guess I'll take this. Sometimes rude, but mostly it's just people who want to be a silly little guy. That's me! I just wanted to play as a silly little guy. I don't remember, why did I randomly get excited about making Bort in this game? I don't remember what caused this. Was it literally just when I played as Bort in Pokemon Black, and then I was like, I need to make Bort in, like, other games? There's one scene in Stormblood that's really funny if you're a Lala. How am I fitting this? I'm smaller than the dodo. Lalas have the strength of ants. I almost said axe. Ants. I'm sorry, I didn't want to use the sack on you. In Shadowbringers, there's secret houses you can go inside if you're a Lala. What is this, a fantasy race for ants? Lalas deserve it. I'm going to need to watch cutscenes on Torito just to see how funny it is. Your main warrior light is a Lala, Patches just you like Bunny. See, I'm like, I don't know if I would make, like, alts for this game, because, like, I'm at a point in my life where I don't play games for, like, crazy long anymore. I know exactly why, too. It's because I put, like, 400 hours into Fire Emblem Fates. That ruined me wanting to, like, play games over and over and over again. Fucking Fire Emblem Fates is the root cause of every problem in my fucking life. I'm gonna punch Corrin. But that's like literally the last video game that I played for that long. Well, no, that's not true. I played Isaac Repentance a lot when that came out. But that's like basically it in like the past like 5 years. It's actually wild how much time I sunk into Isaac Repentance. Like, my hours in Rebirth were like 150, and then I got like another 100 from like the other expansions. And then like I put like 700 hours into Repentance. I played that shit so much. Yes! Oh my god. Resident Evil basement theme. That was the perfect time for my YouTube playlist to stop playing, so we could hear that. That was literally, like, I could not have timed that better if I tried. That was awesome. What do you mean a valid target? That's the dodo. Huh?
What?
You only really need alts for RP purposes if you have an idea for another character because you can do everything on one character. Trying to use the sacks with Dodo in them already? Oh. I'm not very smart. I was a little confused, but I have the spirit. Probably some other reasons, like joining a free company in another world while staying in your current one, or if you're into hardcore raiding. I see. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to do, like, are there raids required for story progression? I'm assuming there are. Yeah, but they're easy mode? Okay. Not hardcore raids, got it. Because I don't want to play raids with randos, is the thing. Like, thinking about playing with randos is like... That's what I'm trying to avoid. That's what it's all about. Playing online games and not acknowledging other people. Except my friends. Or at least if I can't kill them. Like, if it's a FPS where I could kill the other person, then it's fine. Oh, wait. What am I doing? I'm walking away from the check mark. I have to do a few trials. Probably bring me 3 of them unsynced, but you don't think you could get away with the Alliance raids? That's so sad. I don't want to do that shit. Let me just be perfectly honest with you all. I'm not a team player when it comes to online video games. The reason I put 3,000 plus hours into Team Fortress 2 is specifically because that is a game where you can get away with doing whatever the fuck. Because nobody gives a shit in casual. Everybody makes their own fun. And you know why I'm a team player? It's because I don't want to put up with, like, I don't want to have to be, like, up to people's expectations of how good you have to be at a game. I want to be shitty in peace. And kind of just do whatever in raids. It's probably something I'd have to do late at night, too. Just in case. Nobody's gonna care if you aren't playing optimally. I don't know, it's scary. It's scary to me. Also, I really like that, like, someone in chat, I forget who, I think it was one of my friends, was like, yeah, you're probably gonna get to a dungeon tonight unless you get distracted. Guess what happened? I'm probably gonna switch over to TF2 around 10 o'clock. Oh, but I have fun. I have fun with Final Fantasy XIV. It's okay, it's chill. I'm glad. You know what it is? It probably is, like, a little better for me to just do, like, random side quests and stuff on stream. Because then I can more easily just, like, keep the commentary flowing. Because I don't have to worry about, like, oh wait, this dialogue's gonna actually be important. No, it's just like some, like, big guy saying like, oh hey, thanks for pulling my weeds. Now the weed monster isn't gonna grow anymore. And it's like, yeah man, you're so right. So true. And yeah, I'm having fun. Oh, I was about to say it. Sense of presence. I don't sense nothing right now. Okay. We're gonna have to be as mature about this as possible. I misread, like, the little bags on its back. I thought that Square Enix, like, gave this monster balls. I'll be honest, I thought that Square Enix modeled a fat nutsack for these things. They are compared to rats, kobolds. No balls. But yeah, this game's fun to stream. I do like having a chill game that I can just kind of talk over. It's weird. I know the story of this game is very good, but it's probably better for me to not do story on stream. And probably, I'd probably do the story on my own if I could. But I probably will end up doing story stuff on stream. Again, this is not going to be like a full playthrough or anything, because that would, like, oh yeah, let me just do a full playthrough of a game and all its expansions, which would be like 3 times longer than my current most streamed game. Like, the amount of time, like, it would be, like, if all the expansions together are, like, going straight through the story are, like, 300 hours, that is 3 times more than I streamed Binding of Isaac Repentance, which is currently the most streamed game on this channel. I do like your chocobo, it's awesome. Realm Reborn story isn't that impressive, at least until you meet your new friends. Welcome to your new home, freak. I still have my most optimal gear, even after doing all these quests. Realm Reborn is kinda go here, do that, but it starts world building. I mean, it had to be better than the original Final Fantasy XIV. Again, isn't it wild that, like, Final Fantasy XIV is a remake, essentially? And it's also a remake of a game that was fucking horrible, that nobody liked. Because again, unironically, part of my hesitation with playing Final Fantasy XIV, even when people started saying like, wow, it's really good, was in the back of my mind, I was always like, wait, wasn't Final Fantasy XIV, like, terrible? And, like, even when I knew A Realm Reborn came out, but I didn't hear a lot of people talk about it. Like, I would say, like, what was the expansion before Endwalker? What was the expansion before that? Was that Shadowbringers? Shadowbringers, yeah. That was when I started hearing people, like, talk about it. Would I say it's like a No Man's Sky situation? It's, like, even crazier than that, honestly. Because, like, No Man's Sky definitely has a better reputation these days. I still kind of feel like if you told someone, like, who doesn't follow gaming news, like, super closely, that, like, oh yeah, No Man's Sky is really good right now, like, they would kind of look at you, like, weird. They would be like, huh? Is it? What? I didn't hear about that. But if you say Final Fantasy XIV is really good, guys, they'll be like, oh yeah, I've heard great things. Like, Final Fantasy XIV has straight up just beaten its bad reputation completely. It's very rarely ever in the conversation. You know what? I think the only person I knew who was playing, like, Final Fantasy XIV pre-Shadowbringers was, like, YouTuber Some Call Me Johnny. I know he's always been a big Final Fantasy XIV head. I need to subscribe to his Patreon, because he's like the one, like, YouTube game reviewer from, like, the early 2010s that I still watch. And at that point, it's like, that's so long in internet time that, like, you still theoretically could get canceled for some reason, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think this guy's pretty tight. You know, if you're a 2010s, like, YouTube reviewer and you survive not getting canceled until, like right before, like, COVID happened, like, you're fine. They're not gonna fight. Like, at that point, it's like, you would have to fuck up, like, later in your life for anything to come out. Think late Shadowbringers is when the expanded free trial came out also, and that brought a lot of people in. Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. People were joining, but it was mainly MMO fans and Final Fantasy fans, but when the huge free trial happened, more people were probably like, yeah, I can try that. Yeah, I mean, again, it's like the ultimate demo. You have, like, probably, like, over 100 hours of story stuff you can do. Not even counting, like, all the little side quests and shit. Like, it's wild. Oh, the fate is right in the middle of my quest. You only really started playing when Heavensward came out. You were like, I could be a lizard person? Count me in. Understandable. I mean, it is one of those things where it is, like, genuinely, like, crazy for a company to, like, do a full remake of a game that, like, performed badly just to, like, you know, try and, like, you know, kind of, like, you know, satisfy their customers. Like, that's really novel. Companies don't do that kind of shit. Like, I guess sometimes bad games get patched to be better later. But, like, a full remake of a game, especially a game that's as expensive to develop as an MMO, that's crazy. Easy clap. Needed Gladiator as Marauder. first character was Old Summoner and you didn't know what was going on, now it's the easiest job in the game. I hate that Square Enix makes, like, really good games, because they're like the NFT company. Like, they're the one company that's still, like, insistent on, we really want to do NFTs. Like, Square Enix, can you, like, make worse games? Like, listen. This is gonna be kind of a drag. And this is a little bit of drag at me because Nintendo's a pretty shitty company that, like, I know plenty of people who, like, refuse to support, and fair enough. I bet there's a lot of people online who would, like, go out of their way to support Activision Blizzard if they actually made good video games. Like, Activision Blizzard is a terrible company, but the real reason, like, a lot of people are more comfortable, like, boycotting them online is because they make bad video games. Like, they're, like, okay. Activision Blizzard makes mediocre games, mostly. Like, Overwatch 2 is not an outright horrible video game, but it's just, like, it's not that good. You could probably have fun playing most other FPS games. So it's, like, easier to boycott Activision Blizzard because they don't come out with good video games. That's true of Ubisoft, too. Like, I don't like Ubisoft, and I try to avoid Ubisoft games when I can. They make it very easy because Ubisoft makes fucking horrible video games. They make, like, the same 2 video games, which is, like, Assassin's Creed and, like, the same FPS games that everybody else is making, except worse. Like, Ubisoft makes such bad video games. Like, I actually think, like, genuinely, EA makes better games than Ubisoft, and I'm not kidding. I think EA, they had a bad reputation for a while, and it's deserved. But, like, EA makes way better games than Ubisoft. Like, The Sims clears basically anything that Ubisoft does, even with, like, the $700,000 DLC. And they have Peggle. Alright, how could you say EA makes bad games when they have Peggle? Am I right? And EA is capable of making good games, they just choose not to. A lot of the time. Like, I've heard that the new Star Wars games they've made are really good, but they had to make a bunch of shitty Star Wars games first. I remember I was talking about it on a call. I was like, oh, I wonder if the new Star Wars game that's coming out by EA is gonna be good. And, like, one person was, like, really insistent, like, it's EA, it's gonna be terrible. And I was like, well, the last Star Wars game was pretty good from what I heard. But that's just kind of the reputation that EA has, you know? It's inevitable that people would think that kind of thing. But I honestly think, like, EA is not, like... There was probably a point where you could say EA is one of the worst companies in the business, but I don't know if that really applies in, like, the 2020s, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe there's, like, worse stuff behind the scenes that I don't know. I mean, I know they were very infamous for a while for buying companies and then shutting them down because they weren't making the games they wanted. But, like, in terms of, like, raw game output, EA is not the worst one. IMO. That's probably a hot take, maybe. Could be a cold take. Some of you might be freezing right now. You know what? We're at the 4-hour mark, and I think I might have cleared every quest on the map. Yeah. For this specific map, I did every quest. Alright. I think that's a good point to end it off. clapping for me. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. We'll definitely play more FF14. This game's fun. I've been having a good time streaming it. Especially because these streams have been so chill. The hippo. The hippo. We gotta figure out how the fuck do I do emotes. There we go. Goodbye. Goodbye, my friend. That was fun. That is the gay powder. And we're gonna give Kermit the Frog the gay potion. Depending when I manage to get to the dungeon, you may have to do a clear without me. We will see. That might be next time. Did I exit the game in a safe place? Define a safe place. All places are safe? Oh, okay. I was about to say, what the hell does that mean? You always exit when you're near an aetheryte. That's fine, I could just teleport when I start playing again. That's fine if I get attacked by ghouls. I'm not bothered. But yeah, we're gonna switch over to TF2. I think Ed wanted to join, and he was probably gonna be on mic, so... I'll join. I don't know if anyone else is gonna be on mic. They might still join the call just so they could be aware of what's going on. I don't know.